start, I wanted to thank a few people. I wanted to thank Ibrahim for inviting me, Yasin for hosting, of course, and then the Head Starter team for making this event possible, and of course, everybody who was here for me. So yeah, today we're going to be discussing three things. First off, who I am and why I'm here, I guess, and the internship jungle. So how I navigated my way through the forest that is application season, and then some tips and tricks that I picked up along the way. So first, who am I? My name's Aidan, and I go to the Stevens Institute of Technology in New Jersey. I'm a sophomore, and I have 2 internships lined up. I have one at DoorDash this summer, and then Datadog in the fall. And yeah, so first thing about me, I'm a content creator, as Yasin said. I make content on TikTok. I've been trying to expand in other places. But as of right now, it's my main place. I make TikToks on computer science, internships, everything like that. I'm also a student. I go to Stevens. So far, I love everything at Stevens so far. I love the culture. I love the students here. I love the professors, the content, everything. And of course, I'm a software engineer intern. And I'll be going to DoorDash and Datadog, double Ds. Cool. So this is part 2 about me, more personal stuff. I play for the Stevens Ultimate Frisbee team. I don't think there's any other Frisbee players out there, but I do Frisbee. These are some games I like to play. I like to play Fortnite, Rocket League. I was actually on the Stevens esports team for Rocket League my freshman year. I also like to play Minecraft. I put Valorant for half because I do like Valorant, I just suck at it. And then I am an avid League of Legends hater. I hate people who play that game. On the right, that's my family. I have 2 sisters. My sister's all the way to the left, the one cheesing, and then the one who is doing the awkward pose next to me. That's my other sister, and then the rest of my cousins. And then below is my girlfriend, that's Marina. And yeah, so let's go into the internship jungle, how I entered, learned, and conquered the internship application season. So forewarning, this slide is going to have my first resume. Yasin took my idea. This is what I was going to do. I don't know he's going to do the thing with Ume, but this is my old resume. Yeah, that is pretty bad. It was 2 pages. My experience alone was 1 page. My technical skills were triple spaced, and half of this stuff is from high school. So this is just proof that you can start from the bottom and work your way up. I applied with this resume to Google. I applied to Goldman Sachs, and I applied to Morgan Stanley with this resume. So I threw those 3 companies out the window when I first started. So what I do to change this resume, first, there are 3 steps that I took. First one is resume review. I had my resume reviewed tons of times. I have like hundreds of versions of my resume. And I feel like this is super important because first off, that first resume was not getting me anywhere. So I appreciate the people who reviewed my resume. I had my resume reviewed from other interns, past interns, different communities. I feel like this is very important. Yeah, so next thing I did was train LeetCode. I sort of naturally went in this step-by-step process with learning that lined up with the application process. So usually the application process is like resume review, then you do the OA and the hacker rank or whatever, and then you do the interview. So I kind of learned naturally step-by-step in that order. So that was pretty helpful. And LeetCode is kind of like Fortnite. You pretty much, if you want to win a game in Fortnite, get the victory royale, you want to get mats. So LeetCode is like getting those mats, getting those skills. Unless you're doing like a no build sort of game, like product manager or something like that. But if you're going to be a software engineer, definitely need mats to win that game. So yeah, I also applied everywhere. I first started with FANG. As you guys saw, I applied to Google with that horrible resume. And I eventually extended into all companies within New York. And then I extended into all companies anywhere because I was not landing any hits. So it's really important to apply everywhere. And not just single out like FANG companies, big tech. Definitely apply to startups, big tech, everything that you get your hands on. And there's this 4th step, I kind of leaked it, but the 4th step I feel like is the most important, and that is rinse and repeat. So you can't just do this, and then you're done. You really have to do this over and over again. It's like playing a chess game, you go E4, E5, and then you're like, I'm done with this game. The game's still going. So you need to do this over and over and over again until you land that end goal, which is getting the internship. Cool. So tips and tricks that I got along the way. So what did I think made me different? This is really hard to think about because there's a bunch of different things. There's things that I couldn't control, things I could control. So I'm going to stick with the things I think I could control and I think made me different and unique. So first thing is passion projects. I feel like passion projects are super important to put on your resume. I talk about this on my TikTok. I see other TikTokers talking about this. I think passion projects are really important to help you stand out. And these are projects that not only like show off your skills, but also show off that you're passionate about computer science and coding. In my case, it was TikTok. I put my TikTok on my resume. That's usually a surprise to a lot of people. But yeah, I put my TikTok on there mostly as a talking point and to show that I'm very passionate and I do things related to comp sci outside of just making projects and coding. Another thing that I put is I was a Minecraft dev. That's also another passion thing that I sort of put. Second thing is push past. You really have to get through a lot of rejections when applying to all these different companies because there's going to be a lot of rejections. And you really just have to push past it, keep going, keep applying, and keep doing that repeating process that I was talking about before. And the last thing, networking. I personally didn't have referrals, which is something that you hear about a lot. I cold applied everything, but if I were to go back and do the whole application process again, I would definitely try and get referrals. Networking and referrals are super important. But my network gave me things outside of referrals that were indirect to me getting these offers that I got. This includes the resume reviewing that I had. I had my network resume review my stuff. And also they gave me tips on interviews and OAs and everything about the process that I wouldn't have known without that network. So even like things outside of referrals, I feel like a network is very important to have. But yeah, that's my talk about internships going from 0 to 1. Hope you guys enjoyed and thank you.